So we just arrived at Qatar International Airport where we flew here from JFK, New York. And we have a 23-hour layover. And this is our journey for the last 9 months.
I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. And I know that I'm not all that you got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find new ways to fall apart. But our friends are back, so let's raise a toast, 'cause I found someone to carry me home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, well, I'll carry you home tonight.
So that is our story for the last 9 months, since September 2017, that we left our home, quit the job, left with $4,000 each, and last until now.
Yeah, it basically lasts until now, 8.5, 9 months later.
For the last 9 months that all of you have joined along our journey, and some of you subscribe, some of you are not subscribed to our channel, but
Make
anyway,
sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed.
but anyway, you see what we did so far for the last 9 months, how we travel together and how we spend time together as a mixed travel couple. But you really like don't know who we truly are, like
Or where we came from.
Yeah,
or
where we came from, our background, how we met, like how I met him, how somebody from America, somebody from Thailand.
Yeah.
So basically, we will talk about how we met later, but first let's get to know who we are.
Alright, so we wanted to start out by saying thank you guys. Thank you so much for this huge milestone. We never expected to hit 10,000 subscribers, let alone hit 10,000 subscribers this fast in 8.5 months.
Yeah, so basically this is pretty over expectation, and I just can't believe that I still remember the first day that we both celebrated for 100 subscribers, and then after about a month and we hit 400 subscribers and we celebrate for those milestones. And for me, that number, even though for other YouTubers or vloggers it might not seems to be a lot of subscribers, but
lot.
Think about like 400 people that we don't know personally, they decide to subscribe to our channel, and right now we have 10,000 of you.
We are just blown away.
That willing to follow along our journey, and that is pretty I feel
Don't
so
cry,
thankful.
Anna.
I feel so thankful. I'm not going to cry.
She's
feel
been
so
making this
thankful for
video
that.
and tearing up the whole time, so you can tell that heart and soul has gone into this video, so we really hope you guys enjoy it. So I was born and raised in a small town of Penfield, New York, which is in the city of Rochester. Basically, my family is full of mechanics and racers. So just about everybody in my family is a mechanic and works at a dealership or has their own garage, and they all have raced something. So when I was 9 years old, I got, thrown into the racing field, and I've been racing motocross my entire life since 9 years old. And I still race when I go home today, just not as frequently as I used to. In 2014,
in
2014,
I don't know, when did you join the army?
In 2014, I think, 2014 and 2015, I joined the military. Basically, I grew up with a really tight group of friends. We had about 14 or 15 friends that hung out with each other every day.
That's a lot.
Yeah, we hung out with each other every day. And
So what do you normally do when you hang out together?
bad stuff. So basically, I joined the military to get away from partying and, going down the wrong path. And the military did a lot of good for me, a lot of good. It gave me a lot of self-discipline, and it got me hooked on traveling. And I met you. It just threw me right into the midst of all the culture and everything. And I got off the plane after, never going anywhere but Canada, and I was in South Korea, and I was just like mind blown by all the culture differences and how hard it was to speak to people and communicate.
It's pretty challenging.
It
right?
is pretty challenging, but I loved it.
Yeah.
And it really threw me in and taught me a lot and gave me a lot of amazing things from it, and I'll never forget that time. And ever since then, I've been hooked on traveling within the first year. So my first duty station was Osan Air Base, South Korea. So I flew in, got stationed at Suwon, South Korea first, and then moved from Suwon to Osan. And that was where I stayed for about 11 and a half months.
I was born and raised in Bangkok, Thailand. My life is pretty simple, not like Jimmy. So basically, growing up, studied so hard to achieve what I believe to be something that will bring me to the success in life, which is working for corporate, for finance firm and for working in the corporate world. So since I was in middle school, I tried so hard for that. After I finished my high school, and then I tried to apply for tons of scholarship to study abroad, because first of all, I know that I need to improve my English. That is the way that can open so many doors of opportunity. So graduate, and then I get accepted to study in South Korea. I went to South Korea and I studied there. I can keep all my scholarship until my
Sorry,
last
Mom.
semester.
Her mom doesn't know about this. Sorry, Mom.
So the rule of scholarship is that if I can maintain my GPA over 3.5, I can get the scholarship. But if I fail or my grade is below 3.5, I can get less scholarship, and if I fail any class, I don't get a scholarship at all. So I supposed to graduate before Jimmy even moved to South Korea.
Like 1 semester before I moved there.
So the semester that you
that I moved to South Korea,
I supposed to leave South Korea. I was supposed to leave South Korea and supposed to graduate already, but because I failed one class.
Sorry, Mom.
Is there any way to block somebody from YouTube to not watch it?
So because she failed one class, she had to get a part-time job to pay for the semester herself, because she didn't want to tell her mom that she failed the class.
So I know that in Osan there are so many Thai restaurants, because that is the city that has so many American.
Yeah.
So there are like a couple of Thai restaurants, and I happen to work at a Thai restaurant nearby his base.
And that's where we met.
And
so thankfully she failed the class, because that's where we met. Sorry again, Mom. And because she had to stay that extra semester, it just was like fate that our paths crossed and we met each other.
It's pretty crazy because during the time I was in South Korea, the only job that I did extra from study there is teaching English to kindergarten kids or teaching English to elementary school Korean kids. But I didn't really do like waitress
Any jobs, yeah.
job in the restaurant. But because I need to earn more money, because I want to help my mom with the tuition fee in South Korea, so that's why I need to work even more. That's why
We met.
I went there, and I heard that they give a lot of tips in the restaurant because American have
Drunk
the culture.
soldiers tip a lot.
American have the culture of like giving tips to the waiter and waitress,
Yeah.
right? Not unlike in Thailand. So I earned pretty much money and successful. I worked there, got a lot of tips, got the salary, and
Paid for her school.
help cover my school fee. So now my mom knows.
Well, now she knows.
I will try to find a way we can block somebody from YouTube not to watch it.
So basically, when she started working at the finance firm and I was getting ready to get out of the army, we decided that, you know, we wanted to try and chase our dreams in traveling. And we didn't really know how to do it. We, you know, watched a lot of YouTube tutorials, and we had actually never picked up a camera until the day that we left for our trip. So I had never touched a camera besides an automatic, you know, like point and shoot. But it's just insane.
It's basically like we both love traveling, and when you work full-time job, somehow, some way, the way that you can feel that you travel is to watch somebody travel. So I normally go to YouTube and watch
everything,
like
you know,
travel
you watch
documentary.
everybody that you dream of possibly being able to do that. And you know, we gave ourselves 2 years, so we're 9 months in.
Yeah.
And if we can make it, we can make it. If we can't, we just continue YouTube for fun.
Yeah.
And
my turning point that made me want to quit so bad is that at the beginning I found the job challenging a lot. This is something that I always dream for and strive so hard to get the job like this, which can guarantee financial success. But as time passed by, the level of challenging kind of like decreased, and the passion of travel increased. Whenever you think that this is correct, but one day my boss told me that just do what I asked you to do, Ta. And that is the big turning point that make me feel like,
see, us in the
that I
military
have to quit.
deal with getting yelled at all the time and discipline, and she doesn't like being told what to do.
Not really.
Not at all.
I don't like it.
Not at all, I guess you could say.
One last thing that I would like to say here is that there are a lot of people that ask about how to really do what we are doing. And I think one thing that we have in common is that we both are so dedicated in our work.
You have to
we
really
are so
dive in,
hardworking.
and even if you don't know where your revenue sources are going to come from at the start, when you have no choice, you will find revenue sources and like teach or work and do video production on the side. When you have no choice but to succeed, you will succeed. I truly believe that.
So now, not dreaming anymore. We are living the life that we really want, even though it's really
It's
struggle.
still hard.
It's still hard. We struggle so much for income and everything, but
it's what
along the
we
way-
believe in. It's what we love.
yeah. So along the way, it's kind of like rewarding moment every day, seeing that a lot of support from YouTube community. Every time you
Every
leave the
community.
comment, you might feel like it's some little thing, but it's really helped somebody a lot. Like if you watch some video and you comment something back, I do believe that those person who create the video will feel like
It's kind of crazy to me
Yes.
because we watched like Los LeBlanc and really like, you know, like he was a changing point in our life, like
Honestly, yes.
because you know, we saw the dream and how it was possible, and I believe if somebody can achieve it, and I'm a hard worker, that I can achieve it too. And we just had our first comment yesterday saying somebody, you know, bought a camera and started traveling full time because they were inspired by us, and it's life-changing to see that, you know, our videos are creating such change. So we can't thank you guys enough for the support. 10,000 is a huge milestone for us, and we love you all so much. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, guys.